Yes, hello guys, hope you are doing fine. Today I've just come up with a tutorial on how to set Psrs 670 worship voices, the right one, the right two, and maybe the left, the left hand side, that's the baseline. But I have several keyboards. I've like YPG 333 Yamaha. I have PSRE 353. I have PSRE 43. I have PSR 290. But I like PSRS 670 most because it has all what it takes. So I just enjoy setting voices, the 7 voices, then worship voices. Now, right away, let's put the power off, and then we on. Let's on the power. Now, yes, it is on. It is on. You can see PSRS 670. Then you can see this is the normal display of the keyboard. And now on my left hand are styles. You can select your styles on PSRS 670 from your left. We have pop and rock, ballad, dance and R&B, swing and jazz, entertainment, wild. Now expansion user is where I save my styles. You just plug in your flash disk, then transfer the beats to the keyboard. Then if you want to access maybe those beats from the keyboard, you want to use them for your music, you just come to the expansion user. Then you'll find the beats that you've put in your keyboard. Now on my right hand voice categories, we have piano and E-piano, we have organ, we have guitar and bass, we have accordion and harmonica, we have strings and choir, we have brass, we have woodwind, we have synth, percussions and drums, and expansion user. All right. Now, when selecting your voices, we have the right one, then the right two. When you just press the right one, make sure the right one button, then the at the bottom you also press the lower button. This is for the bass. This is for the bass on your left hand. So I'll be showing you one-on-one how to select your voices and styles made for worship. This is not a tutorial for 7. I'll not be going to do that for 7 settings, because 7 settings tutorial will come later. But here we are looking at how to play, how to tune your keyboard, how to set your worship code, your worship voices. Now, this is right 1 and right 2. I've just pressed right 1, so this is on. This is already on, because when it is off you just put it on, so it indicates a red mark that way. Then the right one is now pressed. We can now select our voices. When you just press right one and the lower button of on the same margin, it brings you the kind of voices that you can that you want to select. So this purely, you see, when you just put on the keyboard, the first voice that comes before any other voice is grand piano. But now we have concert grand. I sometimes use concert grand, of which is suitable also. Concert grand, or I can use grand piano. I can use grand piano. That's how grand piano gonna sound. Now I'll select on my right 2. Remember on right 1, I've just pressed right 1. I've selected my grand piano. Then I'll press right 2. Just look here. You just press this. It indicates red. Once it indicates red, then you press the lower button of it, just like that. Then, after you've pressed the right 2 buttons, come to the piano and E-piano voice category. Just press it. Now you'll see the voices. We have the concert grand, we have whatever, but I always prefer when you're mixing voices. As for me, I don't know how you could mix your voices, but as for me, I prefer when my grand piano is set on my right 1, then I'll prefer to use suitcase on my right 2. Alright, suitcase. I've selected my suitcase. Now, let's come now to the screen now. We are playing around with now from here. Then see what goes on here. We have function, we have balance. You know, this helps you to balance your settings. You know, you find sometimes the right 1 voice is more louder than the right 2, so they are not balanced. Maybe you want more of right 2 to be a little bit vibrant. Now look at this. You come to let's first of all come to press balance. Then you see the all are the same. The left, the right 1, the right 2 are all the same. So you can lower the right 2. I always lower the right 2 so that I get much of a grand piano, but suitcase doesn't sound that vibrant. So you just lower your right 2 this way until grand piano appears sounds most than suitcase. Yes, I guess that is from 66. On my suitcase is 66, the volume. Then my right 1, which is grand piano, is 100. You can increase it a little bit or that way. Now let's press the function. Now just look at this first of all before I go to function. The style volume, you make sure it doesn't overlap. Sometimes, you know, you find the style volume is louder, so you cannot hear the keys, you cannot hear the melody, the kick or the beat is so high, so you just use the balance button to minimize these volumes. This is for style volume, this is style. So you just lower it, or you can increase it depending on what you want to hear. Now that's the song volume, but now we are not working with it. We are working now on our right 1, right 2. This is the button for right 1, 6, up and down. So when you just press the lower note, it means you are lowering the volume of the right 2 voice. Now the 7 up and down notes, it means maybe you want to raise or lower your volume on your right 2 voice. Now which style do we select now for worship? in case you don't have the maybe styles you've saved from on your keyboard, and maybe you want to use the internal beats for piano, just come to your ballad. This is the style area. So these are the styles from pop and rock to world. If you want to select your style for worship, that means maybe you don't have the styles saved in your keyboard, from the flash disk. So you just come to the ballad, press ballad, and select. Maybe you can select something like 70s glam piano. Then when you just see this mark indicating, this box indicating it as stick to 70s glam piano, come here and press enter. This is enter button. Just press it. It means you've selected 70s glam piano. And now this is how it's gonna sound. That's how it's gonna sound. Now, if it sounds this way, that means the variation points, it is starting from A, it's building through B. Now you see C. Now you get the kick. Now you get to D. But you can use C. C sounds better. All right. This is the tempo, minus and plus. Minus, it means you want to reduce the speed of the tempo. You want it to, you can lower the speed of the rhythm. Then you can as well increase your style voice, your style speed or your beat by just pressing the plus button. Now, for those of you who use transpose, it's just next to tempo. Transpose is here. You can select the transpose you may want to use. The transpose on your left hand is just here after the tempo, plus, minus and plus, under style categories. Then we have another thing. We have another thing, the mixer. This is the mixer. It can also help you in your tuning. So when you just press it that way, use these tabs to go to where you want, maybe to see the octave tunings. Yeah, you see mine is tuning. I've just placed that is left at the bottom. That's 0 0 0 0 0. Then we have 1 0 0. Then 0 2 2 0 0 0. So I think that's the best you can use to tune this. And if you want to make some changes, just you use this. You use these buttons and here on your right hand you can use this to move. So you can move to go back, and you can also move if you want to take it to -1. You can use your this is called it's called the redial. I'll remember that, but you can use it you can just press it to 0, but mine was 1. Yes, it's called rotate dial. So you can rotate it to select your left octave. Where do you want it to be? So mine, it was at 1. And you can use these button categories to move side by side, then up, down. You can go up using this the upper button. You see, you can go this way, you can go that way, you can come this way, you can come at the bottom of it. Now you can move this way to the other side, then move this way, move, then exit. That means you are going to back to the normal display. So we've just come back. Now the other thing is that your function, the function button, we want to select sustain for our voices. Because I don't have the sustain pedal right now, it has got a problem a little bit, but I could have used my sustain pedal, because I prefer, as a pianist, you need to have a sustain pedal. So press function. Now come to your voice setting. Press voice setting. Then here is sustain. Sustain is just here when you press function, then voice setting, it will bring you the sustain. Now use these buttons to select your sustain. So this way. Can you hear the voicing? Now that is sustain, and you make sure your touch response is on. When it is off, you know, it sounds funny. The notes sound more louder, then they don't have harmony. So they don't have any touch. So you just select touch, put it on, then I would like also to advise my fellow pianists, and for those of you who may want maybe to play a piano better, try to play also with touch, not pang 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 pang. You see, sometimes no. Play piano with touch. As play with touch. Hold your chords softly. You see, play at least with touch. Not just putting a lot of energy and ugali on your keys. You know, they get even damaged easily. The piano doesn't go for a longer period of time. You know, you need to play with touch. Then I think we shall look at other things, other settings. When I release tutorials, I'll be doing more settings. I'll be showing you the voices I'll be using in my worship, in mixing my, because I don't use the same settings. I often change a little bit. You know, you may find this day I'm using this voice, this day I'm using these voices. So that is it. God bless you so much, guys, and thanks for watching this tutorial. See you in the next video, and bye bye.